A few years into our community building, my wonderful wife at the time, Nora, decided that we both mutually decided we needed to divorce because we were going in different directions, which is one thing that shows up in community. And so that was in 1995, and I spent the next 5 years learning to be by myself in a really nice way, creating my own lifestyle, my own timing. It's real easy to take advantage of that position of being a spiritual leader and a doctor. But the truth is I wasn't so interested in the women that were wanting to kind of connect in. It was more inner directed. But at some point, I had to make a decision. Am I going to be a monk the rest of my life, which is a completely valid spiritual path? Or am I going to take the path of relationship and marriage, which is a tantric spiritual path for liberation? And it took me some while to get clear. What is it that I want? Both worked. I was fine living alone. It was really easy in many ways. But I did decide that I took the path of the householder, the spiritual householder, the liberated householder, and began to consider getting involved in a relationship that would emerge into a marriage. Now, there was a very special person that I really met in 1988, my yoga teacher, Shanti. And we never really had it in our mind of anything with relationship. And she was just a perfect teacher for me. And I just loved the way she taught the yoga. And so we had that kind of really positive relationship. There's a certain energy between us, but that's fine. Some of the partner stretches were pretty intense, like one where I'm touching my toes and she's leaning her back over me, touching, she pushed me to my limit in that way in the world of yoga, but really helped me become a very good yoga asana person. I hadn't really seen her for quite a while, and I had come for the community to do a workshop near the San Jose area, and I wrote her a little note. This is after not really seeing her for 5 years. Are you still my yoga teacher? And she said, sure. So, well, I would like a yoga session. Well, life changes. I'm single. She just left her yoga ashram, and the energy opened up from that point on, where a relationship that was latent, positive energy that was latent, we began to make that connection and began to communicate with each other. And finally, I asked her to come out and be part of the community. She knew very well what community was about. She was very open, and there was something very unique for me about her, besides the heart connection that we have, that was developing then, is that I saw that she totally supported my lifestyle and who I was and being out there in the world. Because really, organic, veganic, live food lifestyle, spiritual teacher type of thing, a teacher of life, is a pretty wild lifestyle for most people. And I got, hey, this is really easy for her. She can completely do this. And I saw myself too, that not that I couldn't do it all alone, it was so much nicer to have somebody who was aligned with everything I was doing. That kind of deep support. This is not a codependent support. I was fine independently, but I saw that the support that I got from Shanti, of course, obviously the support I gave her, really makes a difference. It really made a difference for me to know that who I was at a certain level, although different than most of the world, there's a person I'm coming home to who completely supported my beingness and my way of life and who I was and the way I was living. So that was really a foundational issue for me, because I wasn't interested in getting into a relationship and getting somebody to change their lifestyle to fit with me. Oh, she was right there. She was totally coherent with the spiritual lifestyle the organic, veganic lifestyle, and the whole way of life. And so, 2001, we got married on March 4th. We marched forth into the world, and it's been really beautiful ever since, because in the world of chaos and confusion, there's one person who understands and supports my total being. And I think that's probably important for everyone. Perhaps no man is an island, no woman is an island, so it really does help to have a person who understands and supports. That was a big lesson for me, and that's the way of the householder, the liberated householder, and it keeps you out of trouble too. That's another story, because everyone leaves you alone in terms of trying to get into a relationship or trying to have this or that happen. It's like, okay, I'm in this relationship bubble and I'm creating peace and harmony, and I can be out there in the world and everything's very clean and easy. And that supportive, interdependent love where everyone is being amplified is, to me, a perfect example of sacred relationships. When your heart is touching another's heart and you're dancing in the divine, and you're actually doing the same dance together. So that's a secret of sacred relationship.